It is a hot, It is a hot summer day in Mexico, and the fans are going wild. There's a raging bull in one corner, and in the other corner is a matador, waving his red flag, enticing the bull. However, this is no normal matador, no. This matador is a dwarf bullfighter. I have spent the last 3 weeks researching this issue, and I have drawn the following conclusion. Dwarf bullfighting, unlike popular opinion, is not exploitative of little people. In this speech, I will share with you what dwarf bullfighting is, the argument against it, and why it is in fact acceptable. I will first describe what it is. A March 8, 2012 Huffington Post article published an article that examined the world of dwarf bullfighting. In South America, there are some 20-odd troops of these dwarf bullfighters who travel around the continent, touring and entertaining the people, trying to change perceptions of little people. The sport, which has dwarves battling baby calves instead of full-grown bulls, is popular in Mexico and has been for the past 3 decades. They do the same as normal bullfights, except that they fight these baby calves, and also they do not slaughter the bull at the end of the fight like they do in a traditional bullfight. On average, these fellows make $50 to $100 per show. Criticism. However, some say that this sport is demeaning. According to the president of Little People of Mexico, Rigoberto Madrigal, in an interview with NBC Sports, dwarf bullfighting is degrading. He is worried that little people are portrayed as circus oddities. Another individual interviewed, Clinton Brown III, who is a dwarf financial analyst on Long Island, has no problem with little people competing in sporting events. He is the manager of a New York-based little Persian basketball team, but he feels that dwarf bullfighting is exploiting little people and using them for laughs. Another individual, Danica Aldrich, who is 21 and also a dwarf, at the Fine Arts Institute of Boston, told the Huffington Post that dwarf bullfighting is giving off the wrong message. She says that it portrays little people as miniature freaks, and she is worried that it will stereotype all dwarves as miniature freaks. However, it is my opinion that dwarf bullfighting is totally legitimate and not exploitative of little people. Dwarf bullfighting, I think, actually conveys a positive message. Dwarf matador Javier Landa told USA Today that he is trying to convince his audience that dwarf bullfighting is legitimate. His message is that if a little person can fight a bull, he can do anything, regardless of his size. That is what he's trying to prove. There are also cultural differences that we as Americans do not understand in this issue. All the criticism I gathered on dwarf bullfighting was from Americans. And Javier Landa was correct when he said that Americans do not understand what we do. Bullfighting is a strong Hispanic tradition, and it is entrenched in many societies in South America and Spain. According to a February 20th, 2012 Metro article, many of the dwarf bullfighters come from a long line of famous dwarves and entertainers. And they are in this business because they ended up growing up in the entertainment industry, watching bullfights, and they want to be included. So you should not be penalized from achieving your dreams because of a slight handicap. A USA Today article on November 19, 2007 stated that dwarf bullfighting actually provides jobs in a country where employment discrimination is widespread. More importantly, who are we to tell someone they can't do something? These individuals are working hard every day to entertain and offer the best show possible. Also, they're doing what they love and getting paid for it, which is rare in today's society. I'm telling you what dwarf bullfighting is, the argument against it, and why it is in fact acceptable. I hope I've convinced you that dwarf bullfighting is not exploitative of little people. Also, some might say that dwarf bullfighting is abusing little people. It is really an inspiring idea that proves that anything is possible. So it's providing hope and reassurance. So reach for the stars, no matter how tall you are. Thank you.